Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Ethan.
I'm Marco.
And we are the Golden Goal. So, as you may recall, last year, around the summertime, we did a video where we originally started with so much game currency for Fantasy Premier League, and we had to, based on these challenges, we had to build up currency to get like better players and stuff. And we haven't done like showing you how our team did or whatnot, how our team was doing, right? And since the Premier League season's already done, we decided it would be a good time to do just that. And we're going to be looking forward to who do we feel that you guys or us need for next year. First we're going to start with our teams last year. So I'll go first. Last year my team did very well. I did surprisingly well. The first year we did this, last year was the second year we did this. The first year I came second to my brother, and I felt like I had to get revenge. So last year I won our league. My brother came in second. I had over 2,400 points or something like that. I did very well, actually. I thought I did well. I won the league, so what can you say?
I think, didn't I come in third?
Third or fourth.
Third or fourth, yeah. So I think I was doing pretty well in the beginning, but then I just went down the table and just went downhill. And then at one point I think I might have been in last place, but then I was able to come back up slowly, but there was just no way of beating Ethan.
Yeah.
He just had so many points.
Yeah. It was a little close between me and my brother. At like one point it was like 5 points separating us. And then in the end it was like a 50-point gap or so between me and my brother in second. But yeah, it's fun. Fantasy Premier League, it's always a good time. I like playing it. That's why we're going to be playing it again next year, right?
Yeah.
So now we're moving on to who our key players are. So we're going to do a goalie, a defender, a midfielder, a forward, and a player who's just been promoted to the Premier League. So Marco, you want to start?
So do you want to start from goalkeeper?
Goalie.
So goalkeeper, I think Alisson is going to do really well, mostly because his defense is going to be back. Like Van Dijk, what's his name? Gomez, Matip.
Yeah.
And I think Matip. Okay. Their center backs, they're really good ones, are going to be back and playing fully healthy. Hopefully they get a good workout since they've been injured for a while.
Good break from they could watch the Euros. I think that's kind of blessing in disguise, right, for them to be injured during the Euros, right, because that gives them a little bit longer to recover.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. So yeah, anything else on Alisson or?
No, not really.
All right. So next year, so for my goalie, right, I said Edouard Mendy. He was brilliant for Chelsea. He came in a few games through the season, and he was top 3 or so in clean sheets last year, which you really look for in a keeper. I mean, Chelsea did very well after they got Thomas Tuchel as their manager, right? But he even kept Mendy even kept a few clean sheets with Frank Lampard as manager too. And while Frank Lampard wasn't that bad of a manager, I just feel like the whole team was kind of revitalized under Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah.
And I think Edouard Mendy is going to continue his success into this year. So next, defense.
So for defense, I put Diaz from Man City.
Ruben Diaz,
yeah. He's Spanish, right?
Portuguese.
Oh, Portuguese. So the Portuguese defender, I thought he played pretty well towards the end of the season. I think getting more playing time, and
He was-
I'm just what?
Yeah, he was like the best player of the season or something.
I'm just surprised like that Pep didn't play Laporte that much.
Yeah, I am too. Especially considering that Laporte gave them the victory in the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah, but I think he's a really good player. He could really do well this upcoming season and do well for Man City.
I agree. So on defense, I kind of went with a little bit of a shocker. Aaron Cresswell. So he's a left center back from West Ham. Last year he was very good for West Ham. Took a lot of set pieces, which will get a lot of fantasy points if because there's a high chance that you can get an assist right off a set piece, especially with bigger defenders such as Angelo Ogbonna and Issa Diop, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna help. That's gonna help Cresswell a lot, right? And also he got a significant amount of clean sheets last year as well, right? And I think he'll continue with West Ham. I think West Ham will continue to, surprise some people and do well. So next midfield, I think we both agreed on this one.
Yes.
Mason Mount. Yeah.
All I have to say is like he's just a really good player overall. Still pretty young, and he still has a good future ahead of him for Chelsea, or if he would play anywhere else, which I feel like teams might be like scouting him
Yeah.
and like might make offers soon for him. And I think he's gonna do really good. He's like with scoring, free kicks, and just move around the field a lot.
Yeah, I think Mason Mount's a very good player, right? Very technical, good at giving like assists, penetrating passes, as we saw in the Champions League final, right?
Yeah.
He's good at going forward, right? Which you look for in a midfielder. And with a solid back line behind him, more often than not, he'll probably get a clean sheet, which is an extra point for midfielders. And he's really exciting to watch. He's a generational talent, I'd say. He in a couple of years, he'll be contesting the Ballon d'Or, for sure. Mason Mount is, he's a class player, just brilliant player. I gotta say, he's one of Chelsea's best players. So next forward, I think we agreed on this one too, Harry Kane.
Yes, Harry Kane.
So there is some speculation whether or not he'd stay in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
Whether or not he'd be on Tottenham next year is an even bigger question. Man City's trying to scout him, and I think if he goes to Man City, then he'll have like a lot of chances to score. And just knowing Harry Kane, he'll be able to put a few in the back of the net.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure a good player would always want to win games and win trophies, probably. So I would see why he would go to like a better team. But he did fantastic last season, getting the most goals and assists as a striker. Like, that's just unbelievable, showing how good he is.
Yeah. It's one thing to get a golden boot as a striker, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're expected to contest every year if you're a striker.
Yeah.
But, as a striker to win the most assists, to get the most assists in the season, I forget what the award's called, but to get the most assists in the season as a striker is just off the charts. Incredible season from Harry Kane. And I think he'll look forward to going again next year, right? I think he'll do very well next year. So, newly promoted player, you said?
I said Pookie. So the last time he was in the Premier League, he actually did really well in the beginning of the season, getting a lot of points, but so he stopped. But he kept somewhat scoring goals. But this time I feel like coming into the season, he'll be ready to just shock defenders by scoring. And putting a few back in the back of the net. What did you say?
Yeah. So I said Ivan Toney. A lot of you may not know who Ivan Toney is, and I can't blame you. You know, in 2 years, he's gone up 2 flights, 2 divisions. He started at Peterborough a couple of years ago. He was hot property. Everyone wanted him. He was a very good player. Eventually, he found his way to Brentford, and who was in the championship last year, the EFL championship,
Yeah.
second tier. And, you know, he had an amazing season. He had over 30 goals in the season. He had a few assists as well. Absolutely brilliant. He was instrumental in helping Brentford reach promotion this year. And I think he'll continue to perform and show up on a weekly basis in the Premier League, and possibly even help Brentford to, you know, a top half finish. So, but yeah, I think that's it, right? Anything else, Marco?
I mean, nothing else. I mean, if you want to try Fantasy Premier League, go to the App Store, and if you just type in the Premier League app,
Yeah.
it's the first one, I'm pretty sure, and you download it, and when you open it, just do all the other stuff, like select your favorite team,
Mhm.
and one of the tabs that says Fantasy, you could join your own league, and yeah, get these players. Hashtag
Yeah.
not sponsored.
No, but yeah, it's a very fun game. Always an instant classic. I mean, what can I say? It's, you know, it's not something you take too seriously, right?
Yeah.
Typically, but it's something that's fun, enjoyable. You know, gets you, you know, competing, right? But in a jokingly way, right?
Yeah.
You're not, you know, it's not like you're gonna win the World Cup after you.
It's not
win
gonna be like you're gonna win a bunch of money, unless
Yeah.
if you're actually gonna do that with your friends.
Yeah. But no, it's a very fun game. We're not not sponsored. Yeah, great game though. We're gonna play it again this year, and hopefully a few more years in the near future. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, right? And maybe comment down below who you think will get the most fantasy points next year.
Yeah.
The most, which Premier League player will get the most total points over the course of the season next year. So yeah, until next time, guys. See ya.
With